Now, isn't that a sleek looking car? Let's go ahead and take a look at Transformers Legacy Deluxe Class Wildrider. I'm going to go ahead and start this review off by taking a look at the box first. Box is your traditional Legacy Deluxe Class packaging. We can see we got all the beautiful artwork here on the front of the box, side of the box here, top of the box, you got Legacy, all that good stuff. Box art on the side. You got all your good product shots and whatnot. You got your little QR code that gives you your little animation and everything. Whoop-de-doo, boxing. Inside the box, you do get your instructions for Wildrider, your warning sheet that says, hey, make reasonable decisions. Please do not eat the toy. And then you do get his accessories. He does come with a couple of blasters that are casted in black and painted with some silver highlights. They got a little peg on the side of the blasters, that way you can fuse them together and make kind of like this two-barreled pistol type deal. Pretty neat. Anyway, setting all that off to the side, let's go ahead and take a look at the main figure himself. Alright, I'm going to be real with y'all for a second. I'm vibing with this car mode, okay? Here's why. The color layout on this is spot on. The charcoal black paired with the blood red windshields. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's popping. That looks good. The overall aesthetic of the car mode here is definitely an 80s sports car, and it looks really, really good. I really do like the overall presence the car mode has, and overall the detail and the paint and everything comes together really well. If I had one critique against the paint, it'd be the stripes on the side. These stripes, in my opinion, are a little bit too light. I feel like they should have gone a shade or two darker, maybe something more along the lines of the windshields, but other than that, I don't really have any issues with the overall aesthetic of the car mode. I like the Decepticon insignia on the hood of the car, and I'm not overly appreciative of the scuff marks that came on the figure right out of the box, but I guess there's not really anything I can do about that, and it doesn't bother me too much, because when just looking at this car, yes, the car mode works. I like it a lot, but overall, I gotta say, it's been done really nicely. Not perfect, but overall, it is a winner in my books. Something some of y'all might be wondering is, how does he look compared next to the rest of the team? I'm glad you asked. And to answer that question, he looks amazing with the rest of the team. I just love the size scale here. Like, Motormaster is a big 18-wheeler, and then everybody else is a sports car type deal. He just looks really good with the rest of the team. I really do like the scale. It's looking good.
Now, the transformation of Wildrider isn't really bad per se, but there are certain areas where I feel like you're trying to force parts to transform it. It's not going to break or anything, it just kind of takes some getting used to, but overall, not bad.
So here we have Wildrider in his robot mode, and I gotta say, the robot mode looks pretty solid. I like the overall aesthetic of the robot mode and everything. I think it comes together very nicely, and I think overall, it presents a very nice and very accurate look to the design of Wildrider and everything, and I think overall, the figure looks really good. I do gotta say, however, I think the car mode pops a little bit more in comparison to the robot mode, mainly due to the fact that the windshield was that bright red, and when presented in robot mode, we definitely do have a lot more of that charcoal black, but overall, taking a look at the details and everything, he is really well sculpted, painted, and detailed. I like the red that does appear on the arms. I think the paint applications are honestly on point. They're really crisp and precise. I like the silver on the chest paired with the blue. I think that looks really nice. And then the head sculpt here is on point. I really do like the head sculpt. The red on the face and everything looks really, really nice. And again, the paint is honestly really well applied. There's no real smudges or anything in the paint. It looks really, really good. I do have to wonder why they added in light piping to the top of the head, but then turned around and painted the eyes. I don't get that. And I've seen this occur on a few other figures in a few different reviews, and it makes no sense to me. I cannot figure out why they would do that. My other kind of oddity with the overall build of the figure has to do with the backpack. If you take a look at the G1 toy, the car mode hood kind of just chilled on his back, and that's what this figure can do. But for whatever reason, Hasbro felt the need to add in a few extra steps and cause the car mode to form like a wannabe cape type deal. I really don't know, because there's nothing hindering the car mode hood from kind of just chilling on his back as the G1 toy did. And honestly, it's kind of a personal preference thing. If you like the flared out look on the back, that's cool. If you're a G1 fan and you really want to have this going on, that's cool too. I really don't know why they did that whole thing, because overall it doesn't take away from the aesthetic of the figure in any way, shape, or form. But in my opinion, whenever you have the back pieces splayed out like that, it kind of just clutters the overall aesthetic up. I don't know. I don't really know. Me personally, I'm going to leave it folded up. It's less hassle having to kind of worry about where the back panel is and everything, and it just overall it looks a little bit cleaner in my opinion. It's not as clustered. So there's that. Something to take note of. Now, moving on to articulation, it's not bad. Head is on a swivel, so you got left and right movement. Arms can move full 360 if you make sure to clear the backpack. Bicep swivel, elbow bend. You technically do have a wrist joint, but that is for the transformation, so take that as you will. Full 360 waist rotation. You do have forward movement in the legs, backward movement in the legs, plenty of outward movement, thigh swivel, and then you do have a knee bend, which I don't know why this is. It's kind of a weird thing, but with my copy, there are 2 clicks in the legs. So, I mean, there's give, but then there's click here, and that's a click. And then you got another click here, and that's a click. So, I mean, it's in both of these. I don't know. It's just something interesting that I'm taking note of. And I'm recording it for video sake. I don't know. Do with that information as you please. And then at the ankles, you do have forward movement and then ankle movement as well. So, honestly, you can get this figure in some really slick-looking poses. Because he definitely does have the heel support for it as well. He's got plenty of heel going on, and overall, the figure's pretty well balanced for the most part. You don't really have to worry about him toppling over, even though he does have quite a bit of backpack. I don't really consider this backpack. Again, you look at the G1 toy, same situation, so I mean, I consider it source material accurate, if you will. But yeah, there you have the articulation. Pretty solid. You can pull them off in some really cool looking poses. And of course, we've got to have a group shot here of the Stunticons so far. And I got to say, this is a mean-looking team. Well, so far. We got 2 more. Breakdown and Dead End. Slowly but surely. But scale here works really well in my opinion. I love the fact that Motormaster isn't towering over them, but is big enough to say, yeah, I'm the boss. What's up? Just overall, it's a good-looking group so far. It's got me really hyped up for the rest of the team. So that's my review of Legacy Wildrider. I've waited to get my hands on this figure for a very, very, very long time because, for whatever reason, I feel like the area I live in gets all the newest Transformers last. I don't know why. It's just the distribution in my area is horrible. Yeah, Joy, okay, it's Joy. We're going to move right on along, okay? Wildrider, overall, he's a really neat little figure. He's a nice addition to the whole Stunticon team, and overall, I gotta say, he looks really good with the rest of the team that I've got so far. But guys, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If so, be sure to leave a like, comment what you think of Wildrider down in the comments section below, and be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video from my channel. That's all from me, Champion Productions, signing off.